Hello, you wonderful people, and welcome to another episode of Crime Centric. This being a show where I talk about crime dramas that I like. For today's episode, I'm going to talk about the season premiere of Banshee, which I will admit to you, I didn't know Banshee was coming back this soon. I literally was watching a table talk and Matt brought it up. He was like, oh yeah, it's coming back for its fourth and final season, which kind of broke my heart hearing the words final season. Oh my God. And then I was like, what? And then I looked it up online. I was like, oh, it's coming out April 1st. That's this week. Wow. But watch the episode. Oh, 2 year skip. I was not expecting that. I thought it was going to pick up right where season 3 left off, and it's going to be like, oh, Hood is working for Proctor. I thought it would be something like that. Nope. It's been 2 years, and a lot of crap is going down. For one, Rebecca's dead. I was like, what? The first episode, you've already killed one of the main characters off? It's like, and she was like brutally murdered. Her stomach was cut open. She was stripped down and fucking left open like that. It's like, why did she have to die like that, dude? Like, that was messed up. Because usually this show's not afraid about killing off characters. And if it does, it usually does it on screen. But like, her death was off screen. And it seems like in this season, it's going to be periodically going back and forth between what happened in that 2 year period. Because, one thing is like, they were looking for Job for a little while. And, Hood ended up meeting up with that guy that guy from that secret part of the government, a branch of the government, and he ended up basically training Hood into being the person he is now. But they were asking for Job, and basically Job ended up in that guy's hands, but he ended up selling Job off to someone else to kind of clean his own slate. But he was basically saying Job's dead because any intel, anything that Job might be worthwhile for is old intel, so there's no use for him. He was basically someone else's trophy, so he's not alive anymore. And Hood kind of gave up, Carrie and Sugar wanted to keep going, but Hood was like, it was just too much. That, the whole Job situation, Gordon dying, plus the whole situation with Siobhan dying, it was just too much for him. He almost he drunk himself into a stupor. He was about to kill himself. He just fell apart, and, Rebecca kind of, helped him out. Cause apparently she set him up at the place he's been for most of the past 2 years, probably the year and a half, after he kind of gave up with, the whole Job situation. He ended up in some place, kind of some out and about place that's connected to Proctor. It's some land that Proctor owns. Rebecca set him up there. So it's like, I don't think she came back to visit him that often. I think, she probably dropped him off there and probably never really came back. Because at the end of the episode, we find out that she had popped up. She was going to talk to him, it said 4 days ago, 4 days before the beginning of the season. Basically, she went to see him, but she didn't go talk to him. And then she left and ended up meeting up with someone, or maybe she's just off on her own, whatever the case may be. And that's how she died. Just a lot of stuff went down in this time. You even had Hood going to meet Sugar, and Sugar's like, really? Hi? He's like, how you been? He's like, small talk? Really? Then you also had the whole situation with Carrie. Carrie lost the kids because of that whole everything that went down at the end of the last season. They were basically Carrie's like, it's a little messed up that I ended up getting in trouble. She's like, the rules were if she got involved with any other criminal activity, she'd lose, her rights over the kids. And basically they're living with Gordon's parents, I think. Yeah. That's where they are. And essentially she's trying to deal with everything because, Gordon's death has done a lot to her too, because apparently she beat those guys up who kind of got let out of prison. Apparently the new ADA or whatever is kind of not really helpful. I don't know whether to take this or because I think the new police officer lady, as well as, the ADA might be working for Proctor because he did become mayor. And even, Lucas is like, how did you become mayor? He's like, yeah, I ran unopposed. He's like, I'm not surprised. It's like, there's no surprise there. Because they are currently the two leading suspects, that Brock, who is the new sheriff. I really like that. He brought Hood back, and he was like, yeah, I got reinforced glass for the new police station. And Hood just walks in it, and he doesn't say anything. And Brock's like, I knew you'd like that. I really like that, and it's very interesting because there was that scene when Hood is looking into the whole Rebecca thing, finding out who killed her, and he shows up, and the guy, those guys have Hood surrounded and got guns on him, and Brock shows up and knocks that guy into the stomach. It's basically like, I'm the sheriff now. You don't talk to me like that. It's like, and you see Hood smile a little bit. It's like Brock's kind of taking after Hood a little bit. I thought that's kind of neat. But like Carrie kind of dealing with her anger, beat the crap out of those guys earlier. That's what I'm talking about. And that was brutal. I was like, ugh, I was cringing, dude. That was like so rough because she was beating home dude's hand in repeatedly every time she was bringing it down, and I can hear the bone hitting his hand. I felt like I was about to vomit. It was so intense. And that scene with that guy that was in a vice grip. Essentially, Proctor's working with those neo-Nazi jerks. We have that the leader of it. His name's Calvin. I forgot. It's been a while, so I forgot if him and Kurt, the kind of neo-Nazi cop, dude, ex-neo-Nazi, basically were brothers. I forgot. I don't think they're actual blood brothers. They grew up like brothers, or are they legitimate brothers? I totally forgot. I'm gonna take time this weekend to at the weekend I'm recording this because it's Saturday currently. I'm gonna go back and rewatch all of I'm gonna binge on Banshee because it snuck up on me. I haven't had time to rewatch the entire series just to keep things fresh in my mind, because you always end up losing something when the next season starts. You forget certain things, like, oh yeah, that was in this previous season. Oh, that's something for season 1. No, that's something for season, that type of thing. So I'm gonna try and do that. But this season is crazy, dude. But basically that vice grip thing that happened, that was crazy, like squished his head. I was just like, ugh. And then guy with glasses who works for Proctor came with the bat and hit the back of his head. And I think didn't his eyeballs fall out? Super intense. And just, there's so many questions. Like, what has gone down in these 2 years? Is Job still alive? Who killed Rebecca? Why did Rebecca have to die? That sucks, dude. Like, who killed her and everything? It's like, just what is going to go down in this season? It's like, there's honestly no telling what's going to happen. It's this. I'm loving it. I think this is the most mystery that's ever been in the show so far. It's just like there's no telling how this is all going to play out, how it's going to end. I'm super bummed that this is the final season, but I know it's going to go out with a bang, and I just cannot wait to see where it goes. But that's really all I want to talk about this episode. Until the next time we meet, be happy, be safe, live life to the fullest, and enjoy it. Good day, and goodbye.